Nine, they make up claims of rape and assault. According to research out of the University of Massachusetts, between 2 and 10% of rape accusations made over the last 20 years may have been falsified.
All right. Hold it. May have been falsified. May have been falsified. See, that's the trick. This is the trick, and this is something that I see this happen. What was it? That redhead girl that was on. In fact, I think I might even do like a quick breakdown of that video. But that redhead girl that was on Myron's show last week, who tried to put her. She was like kind of a ringer, right? She got on there and she started trying. Well, you guys are misogynists. So she wanted to like sort of like build her brand by like being the one to sort of like put it in Myron's face. And Myron wasn't having it too. But by the way, I think Myron and Fresh actually handled that situation very well. But this is very similar to that thing. Well, the data says that, between 2% of 0 and 2% of rape claims are false, right? Okay. Notice how she words this. First of all, may. Okay. We don't know. May have been. Okay. So when you listen to rape accusations, or when you listen to, and I hate to even use the term, okay, forced copulation accusations here. She's the one saying it, not me. When it comes down to this kind of stuff, we really want to massage the numbers always, because we can say, well, that means that. Oh, and she's actually, let me just continue because she'll say it here a second.
That means 90 to 98% of all claims of rape and sexual assault were valid.
No, it doesn't. That is statistically inaccurate, because we don't know. Even you said that. She even said that prior. Well, 90 to 98% are valid. Valid what? By what criteria? By holding your gaze too long, like by saying something that made you uncomfortable, by going back in time because there's no statutes of limitations in most states for that. I gave him consent, but now I'm not. I'm retroactively removing it. Is that claim valid? Because we need to really, when it comes down to this, when it comes down to like ruining a man's life from even just the suspicions, doesn't have to be accusations. It could be suspicions. In the age of social media, those are some very serious allegations. That's some very serious topic. Because today, when it comes to sexual assault, when it comes to forced sexual copulation, when you know what I'm talking about, when it comes to those things, that's a man's life and a man's livelihood, and that's a guy who could have been a star quarterback in the NFL, but because he had those allegations, therefore he gets dropped out of college. They don't want him on the team, and it's not even if he is proven 100% innocent. Like not even like no contest. We're talking innocent. He's done. He will never play in the NFL. He will never go back to that particular school. He's already been evicted. Or ejected, right? He's been excommunicated from society. Better find something else to do, brother, because it's over for you. That's why this is serious. That's why we need this level of accuracy. That's why we need to speak in terms about forced sexual copulation. In ways that are that leave no room for error, no uncertain terms. And that's an uncertain term right there, especially in this little cutesy little video from a girl in a Skrillex haircut, right? Okay, what constitutes that? What constitutes the quote unquote GRAPE? What is that? Are we going to say it's retroactive? Is it me too? Is it he looked at me the wrong way? What does it come down to? Is it always forced? Is it something else? Is it a consent thing? Because right now, consent for a long time. I shouldn't say right now. Really, since 2010, at the very least, consent has been something that has been conflated with forced sexual copulation, or sexual assault, or sexual harassment, or making me feel uncomfortable. Right. So you have to be very accurate about those things. That does not mean that 90 to 98% of those claims are valid, because we can't know for sure. But she's pretending like we know for sure, and that's where the danger is.
And remember that more than 60% of all rapes and sexual assaults are not reported.
How do we know that if they're not reported? How do we come to those statistics if they are never reported?
Put this in here because there's this really persistent myth that women are dangerous because all they have to do is accuse you of rape or assault, and then they can like somehow walk away scot-free or get a big payday or put you behind bars or whatever. I think that this stems from a basic sense of fear and maybe just mistrust about women in general. Yes, people lie, people do crappy stuff. But if you're using this as an excuse or a reason not to go out and date or get laid, then my friend, you are simply making an excuse. This is not.
Okay, so this is not about forced sexual copulation. This is about making excuses for not going out and actually getting yourself into the sexual marketplace as a result of being overcautious, wanting to dodge a bullet that you can easily dodge by just simply not going and being there, right? And we talk about this all the time. A lot of guys, and I understand, again, she's right, but for the wrong reasons. So when the red pill talks about this, and they say, like, I've fielded this question dozens and dozens of times. Well, Rollo, I don't want to go out there, man. I'll get me too. Or remember, right? I think it was right around 2017, 2018. Even Ariana Huffington from the Huffington Post started writing these articles about how men were fearful, threatened, terrorized in the workplace, terrified. Excuse me, in the workplace. Today's coffee, Devil Mountain coffee. Terrorized in the workplace. What is it? Powerful men hide behind open doors now because they don't want to be accused of sexual harassment. They don't want to be they don't want to have even the suspicion that no, not even allegations, just the suspicion that they might be that way, because it will ruin their life, ruin their career, ruin their business, ruin everything that they can invest themselves into. So I don't think that, certainly not grifters like this, don't really realize where that set. It's not terror, it's not fear, it's caution. Why can't we simply just call it what it is? I'm fearful. Okay, no, it is caution. And it's understandable caution. I get it. Because especially if you are a quote unquote high value man that women want to get with, you're in that 20% and you are high value for a reason. You're good looking. You've got your shit together. You went to college. You're intelligent. You're smart. You have everything on that bullet point checklist, right? You're vulnerable. You're emotional, right? You have all that good stuff. And you've got the receipts to prove it, right? You got your own business. You're made partner in the law firm. You have kids. You have a loving wife already. You have, whatever. You're a high quality guy. All of that disappears with just the suspicion that you looked at a woman a beat longer than you should have. And that is not on men, ladies. That is on you. That is on a gynocentric social order that has weaponized a thing like Me Too. That's why. It's not about fear. It's not about terror. It's about concern. It's about protection. So when guys say, well, I don't want to go out and I don't want to go and get laid because, or I don't want to go and learn game because if I do, then I'll just get accused of sexual harassment. Do you have that much to lose? First off. And then second of all, it's like you've got, at some point you have to make a cost to risk analysis benefit. Now I got asked a minute ago and I saw it slip past. There was somebody put a super chat in there talking about like spinning plates versus like Cappy says he would never spin plates again. Well, yeah, Cappy's 56, right? 56. No, he's not. He's 46. Sorry, Cappy, you're not 56. He's going to kill me. He's 46, 47. You're in your late 40s. Yeah. Okay. I get it. Why? Okay. There's sort of like an investment cost thing. I was like, do I really want to do that? I know what the game is. I don't really want to play it. Okay, fine. At least he can say he played the game before. He knows what he's experienced it and he can go about his business and do whatever. I'm on the other hand, I say, yeah, go out and do so. And I agree with her in the sense that I don't think a guy should be fearful to go out and approach and to be fearful to go out and make the most of himself. And as a result of making the most of himself, he becomes more attractive. Women become more attracted to him. And as a result, he says, hey, a byproduct of his, really, right? We're supposed to focus on our, chase excellence. Okay. Once you've got a little bit of excellence, is it then okay to look at a chick and go, hey, you want to go out? Yeah, playing a band. You want to go out with me? Is it then okay? Or when is it okay? Do I have to make $100,000 first? What's the threshold? Do I get to define that or does somebody else get to define that? Because at some point you're going to be like, chicks are going to go, hey, you look like a winner. You want to go out sometime? How you doing? At what point is it okay? That's my main question about like the chase excellence thing. I'm not saying that Rich is wrong. I'm saying he's actually 100% right. I'm just saying where is it okay to go to say, you know what, I might make a little effort, go after that chick. What can I do? What do we got here? Oh, let's just think. At what point? When is it okay? So what she's talking about here when it comes to forced sexual copulation, right? That fear is not so much about those allegations. It's not even about that. I mean, gosh, if it was just about that, guys would probably still approach. It's not. It's that it's so sensitive. It's that it's now assault to look at a woman the wrong way. It's an assault for a beta male to make a woman feel uncomfortable. It is for a guy who's socially awkward, who wants to get with a hot girl, that even if she has a Skrillex haircut, he wants to get with that girl, and he's out of his lane. He's out of his league. He's out of his lane. He says, "You know what? I'm gonna go and give it the old college try," right? And she shoots him down and everything. And it's no longer about just getting rejected. It's, oh, he made me feel uncomfortable. There's signs at bars right now, and I know this because I've been doing these promos. I see these signs at bars that says, if a guy's making you feel uncomfortable, if he's giving you the creep vibes, text this word, whatever the safe word is, to this number, and then the bartender will have him ejected, or we'll get the bouncer or something like that. You don't have to even say anything. They want to make that kind of like remove him from the sexual marketplace as convenient as possible for women. And that's really what it ends up being. Are there creeps? Sure. Would I want them to come on to my daughter? No. Okay. I understand that. Yeah. Are there a lot of guys who are just, yeah, I get it. There are. And I don't want any woman to feel uncomfortable. But here's the thing, is that in a gynocentric social order, we criminalize men's approaching women. We criminalize them for actually having some sort of interest, or even as lamely as they might have the best of intentions, right? But they're just socially, especially today, they're socially awkward. They don't know what they're doing, and they come onto that chick, and she feels weird. She feels like he's a creep, and that creepiness is enough to trigger this response that says, well, I've got recourse. That's number one. Number two is you're a high value guy, and she wants to get with you. You don't want to get with her. Guess what? Now she's got recourse. Now that's the Brett Kavanaugh situation. You're the Bill Cosby situation. I'm not saying that he didn't do what he did. I don't know. I don't know, but I do know this. He just got out on technicality, and he was willing to go the 10 years that he had to go because he maintained his innocence all the way up, all the way through that. So was he just sort of swept up in the dragnet that was Me Too? I don't know. Now that's the situation. You can have your opinions about it. You can have the way you feel about things. That's fine. I get it. I understand. I'm trying to look at this from both sides here, ladies. But the fact of the matter is this. It's not that every woman will. It's that any woman can. That's the difference. That's the difference between men and women when it comes to the global sexual marketplace right now. It's not that every woman will. It's that any woman can. And that's where these guys, and especially if they've already got this predilection to like not approach and to not, and they're black pill incel doomers, and they don't want to have anything to do with women, and they're just like, okay, I'm fed up, I'm done, I don't want to do it, and they're looking for a rationale. That's an easy rationale. I don't want to get a sexual assault because I'm lame as it is, and if I did that and I tried to pick up on that girl, I tried to learn game even slightly, then she could always, and it doesn't even matter if it's now, it could be 10 years from now. And then the girl that I thought I was with and I thought it was really cool with, she calls me a creep, and now sexual assault. And now here I am 10 years later, I've made partner in the law team. I've got my own business. I've got more value, and she wants some of that value. Ask Tim Pool. Tim Pool knows. Even it was his girlfriend. I think it's his girlfriend. That was his girlfriend and his brother. Like, he's getting sued right now, and because he's got a lot of money. Didn't happen in 2015 when she sat talking about all this stuff. I don't know the details. I don't want to get into too much detail, but as soon as the guy gets a reasonable amount of success, that's when, oh, well, you know what? I want to retroactively remove that consent that I gave him. In fact, even Bill Cosby, right? The girl who put Cosby in jail, she waited right up until the very last day that she could file, or that she could like process the thing. Waited to the very last day. And I'm fairly certain, God bless him, I love Bill Cosby, but like, he's not long for this world, and people want he's a big fish, and a lot of people want a piece of that big fish right now. If that's how they have to do it, then that's how they have to do it. But again, that's a rationale. So again, she's right, but she's right for the wrong reason. The reason why guys don't approach is, first of all, they're kind of, most guys who use this as an excuse, it's sort of like they're reason not to do anything. It's proving a negative. Right? I don't have to do anything. I'm a winner. Shoot the arrow and paint the target around it. I win. A bullseye. Doesn't work that way. But I do understand why these guys feel that way. And I'm not saying that they're wrong. They do, if that's how you are, fine. It's not that every woman will. It's that any woman can.
Not a reason not to go out and date and get laid. This is a reason not to rape or assault. And if you're watching this channel, I hope that you are cognizant and being conscious and aware of consent and not violating someone's boundaries. Yes, a person can lie. Anyone can lie. I mean, you could lie and say that you stole something from her. You could lie and say that she tried to stab you. I don't know, people lie, but they don't tend to lie about rape and assault, and perpetuating the myth that they
but they do lie about that. They do lie about that quite often. In fact, I can point you, Caitlin, to a very famous case where that has happened. Oh, yeah, there's probably dozens, right? But I can point you to a very famous case. It's go look it up. It wasn't too long ago. It was called the UVA Rolling Stone rape hoax. That's what it was. Not my words. That's the title.